This is what it looks like in the mixing bowl of cheese that I'm sprinkling on the top. The other thing that looks really pretty that I'm not doing is that you can sprinkle a little bit of parsley. Hi there, and welcome to Clueless Cooking 101. I'm Tammy, and this is Ed. Here at Clueless Cooking 101, recipes are optional, measurements are questionable, and the smoke alarm is basically our sous chef. If you're here for the laughs and to learn a little bit about cooking and to watch me try to not burn down the kitchen, you're in the right place. Okay, Clueless Cooks, let's have some laughs and have some fun in the kitchen. To Clueless Cooking 101, Clueless Cooks, and thank you for watching. If you'll recall on the last episode, if you'll revisit that, we made pasta sauce. And of course, I used it that evening for dinner with friends, and we had some leftovers, so we're gonna do an episode on what you can do with your leftovers that will save you money. You'll be able to heat it up and probably eat 2 or 3 times. Great meal, family meal. And so I'm going to show you the ingredients and then we'll get going because this is going to go really fast today. First ingredient is we're going to saute some onions and garlic in olive oil. These are the onions. I'm going to use green onions. You can use an onion, but I happen to have green onions and they're organic, of course, from Walmart. I'm going to, here's some little portobello mushrooms. I'm going to do that. We're going to saute those and then we're going to mix them in with the existing pasta, leftover pasta that I had. Leftover sausage that I have, a little bit of sauce. And then I'm going to add some organic diced tomatoes. I'm going to add some tomato sauce and some mozzarella. And I think that that's all we're going to put into it this time. Mix it all together, bake it. Should be really good. Hey, Clueless Cooks, sorry to interrupt this episode. I know you're probably looking at your social media feeds. So since you're already doing that, check us out. Check out Clueless Cooking 101. On TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, Substack, and I even have a blog. We have videos and written posts. So check us out on all those social media sites and we'd love to hear your comments. All right, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna chop a couple of things. We're going to, I kind of do this the lazy way, is rather than taking out green onions, I just get them all in a bunch and chop the tops. They look really good. It looks like I know what I'm doing. And I hope it makes it taste as good as I think it will. These are aromatics. So we're gonna do a half a cup of onions. And again, they can be the tops of green onions. They can be onions. I don't think it really matters. Just saute them a little bit, soften them. And so when we add everything into our mixture for this leftover casserole, it's gonna technically be pre-cooked. All right. There go the onions. We're going to put in, I'm just going to squirt olive oil in there, but I'm going to tell you it's probably a tablespoon of olive oil to saute these onions. And we're going to put that in the front. And let's saute those on medium-high. And we're going to toss a cup of mushrooms in there. Okay, when we slice our mushrooms, this is all we're going to do, is we're going to slice them the shape of the mushroom. So the mushroom slices look like that, and we're going to do a cup of those. And we're going to toss those in and saute those after the onions get going. The onions are a little firmer than the mushrooms, and so they get sauteed a little bit longer. It takes a little longer for them to cook. You can, by the way, you don't have to use fresh mushrooms. You can use canned, and you don't have to use portobellos. You can use white mushrooms. You can use whatever you like. I just buy portobellos because they're the most often that I find them in the produce section at Walmart as organic. These are really firm. I don't know if that's good or bad. Okay, there's 1 cup of mushrooms, and that was what, 4 or 5 mushrooms? Something like that. You can put more in if you prefer them, if you like mushrooms. Doesn't matter. Remember, the sauce that we already made the last episode already has onions and mushrooms in it, so I'm not going to use as much as maybe we would do if it wasn't already in the sauce. Did I say that right? All right, we're gonna go ahead and saute these mushrooms and put those in the mixture. I'm gonna say that we saute these onions and mushrooms probably 3 to 5 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes, just so they're cooked and not quite as firm as if they're fresh. And I'm gonna turn this down now to medium heat. Takes a little bit longer, but then I don't burn stuff. Okay, so we're done with the onions and the mushrooms. Whoops, all right. So I have a mixing bowl, and we're going to put in this mixing bowl all the stuff, including the sauteed veggies that we're doing right now, and mix it up and then put it in a casserole dish. I think I'm going to add in a little bit more olive oil. Oh, pretty good. All right, I'm going to turn it down again. All right, just let that, let's turn off the heat. Don't take it out of the little saute pan until we're ready to put it in, and just let it cook a little bit longer. All right, we're going to use a 1/4 cup of parsley. I'm going to cut it here. And you know, I always use parsley. I don't know what it does to the flavor, but it's really good for you. Oh, it's a little bit more than a 1/4 cup. And I cut it right off the top. You can pick it off the stems and all of that. I just don't, because I know the stems are good for you. So we're going to put a 1/4 cup of parsley in the pan. We're going to do, oh, let me get this stuff off. This is the stuff that we sauteed. I'm going to put that in here. Okay. Yum. Mix that up. Okay. We're going to get, next thing that we're going to put in here is, these are our leftovers from the other day, from the last episode, and we're going to do 2 Italian sausages. And I cut them into slices. We're going to put those in the mixture. Oh, do I really want to get this on my hands? I'm going to get some gloves. I'll be right back. No, maybe not. Okay, so you'll see what we're doing is these were in the ragu. These were in the sauce from our last episode. And I had a couple of leftovers, so these sausages, if you don't have leftovers, you can always buy mild Italian sausage in the meat section, or I buy I get my stuff from Walmart, and I cut them into little slices, and then I'm gonna pop them, because they're more bite-sized, I'm gonna pop them into this casserole. I'm gonna taste one, it's good. I'm gonna take those 2 sausages and put them in the mix. Ooh, creepy, but I might need it again. Okay, pasta-wise, we have leftover pasta. I already cooked it. I put a little bit of the sauce on it, which I normally do before I spoon the whole thing. And we're going to do 1, I don't even know how much I have in here. Looks like 4 cups. 2, 3, yep, 4 cups of cooked pasta. You can have sauce on it or not, totally up to you. Now, a couple of things that we're going to add, just to moisten it up a little bit, is, there's a little bit of sauce left in this where that ragu was. So we're going to use that. Oh, this is what I was looking for. And tomato sauce, we're going to put a cup of tomato sauce in this. And I bought organic tomato sauce from Walmart. I thought they had short cans, but all I could find was this big one. And I'm going to take some of the sauce that was left over. You should have sauce in your freezer. You can do this and skip the tomato sauce if you want. I just forgot to unfreeze stuff, and I wanted to show you how to use tomato sauce anyway. Okay, so we only have like a 1/2 cup. I love these pop-off tops, and makes life so much easier. And we're going to fill up this 1 cup with some organic tomato sauce and some pasta sauce. All right, now a couple of secret ingredients, not really secret ingredients. Diced tomatoes, I buy organic at Walmart, and I drain these off. So I'll be right back. I'm going to just get the juice out of here. And this is a 14.5 ounce can of tomatoes. We're just going to put the whole can in there because tomatoes are really good and make it taste good, and they're good for you. So we're almost there. We're going to put, is that the 1/2 cup? Yep. We're going to put 2 different cheeses in here. We're going to put a 1/2 cup of mozzarella. We're going to put a 1/2 cup of Parmesan. I buy Parmesan and Romano blend. I've actually seen it where it has Asiago in it. That's good too. Just get whatever you like. This is in the sauce area, pasta area in the grocery store, and this is in the shredded cheese area. I did buy shredded so that I don't have to shred it myself. Hey Clueless Cooks, another interruption. If you will check out my website, which is cluelesscooking101.com, I'd really appreciate it. We have a blog with some recipes, and we also are going to have merchandise coming up soon so that you can have a cool apron like mine. But in the meantime, just check out our website, and I'd really appreciate it. We'll see you there. All right, now we're going to just stir this all together. Easier said than done, because I got too skinny a stick, but it is what it is. Another lid, nice, at the top. Okay, this is what it looks like in the mixing bowl. And I don't know if you're supposed to put some kind of oil or grease this dish, but I don't. You probably can. Mine's just being slightly lazy. I'm pouring this entire mixture. Oh, forgot to tell you to preheat the oven. Darn it. Okay, so we've got this casserole mixture in our baking dish, and the only reason that we're baking it is actually just to heat it, because everything in here is pretty much cooked. All right, but we're gonna top it off. That's the third. Here's the quarter. We're gonna top it off with a little more mozzarella. You can not do it if you don't want to. You can use Parmesan. It doesn't really matter. Just put a little cheese on the top. It browns up. It looks pretty. So I'm sprinkling on, this is a 1/4 cup of cheese that I'm sprinkling on the top. The other thing that looks really pretty that I'm not doing is that you can sprinkle a little bit of parsley on the top. It looks really pretty as well. Got to preheat the oven. It's going to take a minute. 350. Yep. Start on. Oh, no. Off. Bake. Oh, I have to hit bake twice. There you go. All right. So I'm preheating the oven at 350. And I know that in baking, it's very precision oriented. I'm not that precision oriented, and you're supposed to preheat the oven to 350. I'm going to go ahead, since I'm kind of just heating this up, I'm going to go ahead and put this in, even though the oven isn't preheated. The oven will stop at 350, and we're going to heat this for a half hour and put it in. We're going to bake it at 350 for a half hour, uncovered. Here we go. And that's it for leftovers Clueless Cooks. Our only job now is to wait 30 minutes while this heats up. And this cheese that's on the top, it should get brown. If it doesn't, you can bake it a little bit longer, or you can put it under the broiler. You can turn off the oven and just put the broiler on for maybe like 5 minutes or so, and it'll brown it up if it's important to you. Okay, be back in 30 minutes. Test, test. Okay, welcome back, Clueless Cooks. Our 30 minutes are up, and we're going to take this casserole out of the oven, and that's going to be it for the day. We're going to show you what it's like. We're going to taste it. It's going to be yummy, and let's head over to the oven. Smells good. Ooh, melted cheese and everything. There you have it, Clueless Cooks. This is our finished leftover casserole. And I'm going to taste it. I'm going to have a fork. All right, there we go. Ooh, look at the steam. Yum. Look at the droopy cheese. Yum. Very good. Take this, eat it, take it to a potluck, take it to a family event. People are going to be very impressed. And this is going to stretch your leftovers, save you a couple of dollars for several days, depending on how much you eat. And I would recommend it right out of the, just dish it right out of onto a plate, maybe with some roasted veggies or a side salad. And the rest of it, if you want to heat it up, you can heat it up. You can nuke it, or you can, reheat it back in the oven. Either way, super good. That's it for Leftovers episode, Clueless Cooks. Thank you for joining us. And the next time we're going to do chicken soup, so don't miss out, because we make the best chicken soup ever. And we'll see you then. Thanks for watching and for supporting this Clueless adventure. Looks like we all survived another round of Clueless Cooking 101. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell, because it only gets messier from here.